Today is a big day. We're going to be making Piroshki, and we're also making, what is it, what kind of soup?
Barley soup.
Barley soup. This is an all-day affair, and Nan has been trying to scare us away from doing this all day, but I think that we're up to the task, and we're looking forward to this. This process starts off by filling a large bowl, about half full with water, because there's lots of other things to add, so you don't want to fill it too full. And that's going to be boiling in a while.
No, wait a minute, it doesn't have... Stop.
Stop.
It will start boiling when the meat is in there. The meat has to heat with the water.
Oh, okay, so you don't want the heat on yet.
No.
The heat does not go on until the meat is in there. Okay?
The meat has to be put in the
All right. Speaking of meat, what we have here is about 3.5 pounds, I think, of, what is that, chuck roast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we smell it to make sure that it's okay. Is it past your smell test?
Yes.
Okay. There's a bone right there, which I believe is going to be used in the soup.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing here? You have to cut it into strips.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
I put I
You're
take
taking
the fat out.
Oh, okay. So first the fat comes out. Well, after we cut it, we'll check back in.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, step one was to take the chuck roast and cut all of the fat out. So as you can see, fat is out. And what we have here are pieces that have the fat removed. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take this meat.
Wash it.
Oh, we're going to wash it first. Okay, we're going to wash the meat first. So we'll check back in after the meat is washed. Okay. You can see how... it's just rinsed, right?
Yes, that's right.
Just rinsed. And that's to remove what? Just a little dirt or whatever. Okay. Okay. This doesn't look too complicated. Alright, that was simple enough.
Now put the meat in the pot.
And now we put the meat in the pot. Okay, and now just a reminder that the meat goes into the pot when the water is still cold. And as soon as the meat goes into the pot, we put the heat on. The heat is on now. And that'll take a while to boil, so we'll get back to it. There's still plenty of other things to do in the meantime. So... Oh yes, one thing I should point out is that it helps to salt a little bit. How a little bit? You salt the water, and what does that do for the meat? It lets the fat rise or something?
No, not the fat rise. The dirt. That I don't know how to say it, but...
Okay, but it's important that you salt it. You salt the water. Okay. Just to make sure that we didn't skip that step. Okay. That's already been done, by the way. Now what's going on here? You're washing barley.
Yeah.
This is for barley soup we're going to be making out of the broth. And you wash it by, it looks like what you do is you just fill it with water and then just empty it, and you do that a bunch of times, I guess.
Yes.
And about how much is in there? You have about, it looks like about 1.5 cups of barley. Well, you made
a cup.
It was
more, a little less, but with the water it makes it more. It's like 1.5 cups.
It's about 1.5 cups. It was probably a little less before we added the water.
Yeah.
Okay. So just
okay,
checking.
That's all.
All right. Here we are. We have to, on occasion, remove this top scum thing from the from the broth here. And you just do that like this. It helps to have one of these special spoons.
I don't know how you call those spoons.
I don't know either. A skimmer. And we do that, what, a couple of times maybe?
Yes.
So
When it boils, it will be more.
So it hasn't even boiled yet and it's done that. And let's just check the time here. It's, there you go. Okay, we'll check back later. And here you see the beginning of the preparation area. Have to clear off a table. And what we have here is some of the key ingredients in the soup, in the broth. We have carrots and some celery, and those are leeks. And we have some onions, and then some of the other ingredients which we'll be getting to. We have some cream of mushroom soup back here. We've got some bouillon cubes. Some of the stuff is for the broth, and some of it is for the dough. So we'll be seeing how that's used shortly. So as soon as you can get most of that scum off the top,
you put the barley in.
You put barley in, which remember has been previously washed, rinsed.
That will cook for about an hour now.
This cooks for about an hour once we put that in. So we'll just check.
It's not boiled yet.
We'll just check the time here. Okay, it's 10:44. So in about an hour, that'll be ready for the next step.
At least an hour.
Just a technical clarity point here. We have to simmer it for an hour, not boil it, but simmer it for an hour. Okay, just to make sure that we have everything correct. One more correction. We almost forgot it. There's 2 bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon cubes, that go into the broth while it's simmering for an hour. Okay? And is that the only thing now? We haven't forgotten anything else?
No.
Okay.